Time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast. No, don't get her pissed. It's Jason talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Yeah, hello. Welcome to the KVJ show. Happy Thursday. Almost to the weekend. Yeah, good stuff, man.
Ooh, it's flying by.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
I mean
it is.
life.
You guys got any big plans going on this weekend? Is anything shaking loose?
There was rumblings of some impromptu party with Sinicki over here, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
My house has become the impromptu party house.
I like to come over and crash it so I can see what's going on over there.
I got you. Yeah, I got to keep an eye on them.
I like to sniff around and see if I can smell anything interesting in the air.
Well, you don't have that great of a sniffer.
I can smell the scent of strange women. If they've been over, I'll know.
Oh, boy.
She would never know. Maybe Virginia when she was like 34. Mama got old. She's just a lot of talking here, Kevin.
You don't know me. It is a lot of talking.
She still goes at it, though. Virginia's going to drink and then just show up unexpectedly at your house. Huh?
That does happen.
That's basically the plans.
It happens quite a lot, actually.
All right, cool. All right.
My Ubers just know I'm going to be dropped in one of two places, his house or mine.
I'm not kidding you. She's been at my house more than Dennys has.
Really?
I swear to you.
Wow.
Yeah, she's been at my house more than anybody. Well, you can come over to my place and play and not be judged.
It's a fun setup. It's a great house. He's got the pool that I've always wanted.
That he skinny dips in now?
Yeah.
Better watch showing up unexpected.
Just know when you jump in that pool, I've been naked in that thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the camera out and just peek over the fence.
There's probably already pictures out there. It's not that hard to take pictures of me naked.
Make sure we get those posted today. Well, if you'd like to see us right now, we're on Kvj TV. Just go to YouTube and dial up the KVJ show.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, it looks like Kanye West is definitely picking up the pieces and got himself a new girlfriend. We had heard that he had been spotted hanging out with Bradley Cooper's baby mama, Irina Shayk. And she is hot. And I don't know, I've seen them again and again, just now spotted on a romantic holiday together in France.
Okay.
So it looks like they are definitely a thing.
Would you say that's the first person Kanye's hooked up with since Kim Kardashian? I'm going to say a hard no.
You don't think so?
Yeah, I think he's hooked up with plenty of people.
You think so?
Yeah, this is the one he's going public with.
Okay.
He could probably snap his fingers and hook up with, Suits if he wanted to.
He can. Kanye's not going to go to bed alone if Kanye doesn't want to go to bed alone.
Exactly. We're hearing more names being added to the bill for the Sex and the City return. It's going to be called And Just Like That. And it'll be on HBO Max. And I guess Mario Cantone is now coming back.
Okay.
Of course, you've got Steve coming back. Miranda's a husband that they ended up breaking up. So I don't know how Steve is going to play into things. I love Steve. He's coming back. You also have Stanford Blatch coming back, which was Carrie's friend and confidant. And then Harry, who was the lawyer that Charlotte married. The bald guy, he's coming back. Chris Noth is coming back,
Okay.
Mr. Big.
These are basically all people that have nothing else going on, so they're going to come back and make a little bit extra money.
Yeah, and I love how Kevin's acting like he's into the story.
I'm excited. Who's got HBO Max?
I have HBO Max, and
Yeah.
I'm about to cancel HBO Max. I just saw my cable
you
bill,
are?
and holy crud.
Can you wait till after this? Because
Yeah.
I want to come over and watch it at your house.
Oh wait, I'm not watching it. I stand with I stand with Samantha.
Really?
She was my favorite. All the other ones are a little too judgmental for me.
Oh,
Interesting.
that's a statement.
Well, it looks like the toxicology report is in for Shock G. and it sounds like he
Who
died.
shot G?
Wasn't
From Digital Underground?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think he died from an accidental overdose, they're saying. They found that fentanyl in his system, methamphetamines in his system, and alcohol in his system, and they do believe it was an accidental overdose in his hotel room.
When that stuff happens, can that happen even when it's not that much? If you have a history of doing that, is it eventually going to get you even if it's not an over...
Well, what's happening is people are slipping that fentanyl or fentanyl, however you say it, they're putting that in stuff. And people that are thinking they're getting one drug are actually getting fentanyl and overdosing on it. And I think some people are super, super sensitive to it.
Okay.
And I know that people, because I've seen moms talk about it. My kid thought they were buying this, and they got fentanyl instead, and they died of an accidental overdose.
What is this fentanyl? Is it something that... does it have to do with heroin?
I think it can do with heroin. I think it can be mixed also with like pain pills. I think it can be mixed with anything. I think cocaine.
Well, anytime you start mixing anything, that's how John Belushi died. He was doing cocaine and heroin at the same time. Speed up, slow down. That's what it sounds like is going on.
Yeah, it's a synthetic opioid that's similar to morphine, but it's about 50 to 100 times more potent.
And people don't know that it's in whatever they're doing, and they take too much of it because they have their numbers wrong. You know, if you're high and you're doing math trying to figure out how much of a dosage to take.
Well, and if you're getting it from somebody that's not it's a recipe for death.
Death and disaster and horrible stuff. So yeah, there you go. Shock G, apparently an accidental overdose. And that's what's going on in your dirt of the day.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about Jbird?
I'm thinking about Virginia.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
And I'm thinking about Panda. I know that yesterday was their 9-year anniversary, which blows my mind.
Right.
So that's 9 years of marriage, not being together?
Right.
So you guys have been together for 11 years?
Yeah.
Dang, right?
Insane.
Isn't that crazy?
Over a decade you guys have been together. I remember when you all first got together.
I know.
It was so over the top cheesy. But I see that there's flowers in here.
Yeah.
My question is, how did yesterday go? Did my boy get any action?
Well, thanks for asking. Yes, I'm here to report he did hit it.
Okay. All right. Lucky guy.
We went to dinner. We had a lovely time. We had a kid-free dinner.
Oh, wow.
Which is weird and special and should definitely be appreciated.
Well, that's how Mama gets a case of the hornies right there.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's no kids around.
Gets
I
you
had
going.
a couple of champagne cocktails and let's go.
What time was this at when you...
So we left the house right around 7:20.
So you can drink that late and still go to bed?
I only had 2 cocktails. That's it. Small, 2 small little champagne cocktails, and then that's it. I can't go hard.
Okay. You can, but...
I mean, you can.
Right.
But it's not good during the week. And I normally don't at all, but it was my anniversary.
Yeah.
You're a flower chick? You like flowers?
I do. I think they're beautiful. I love having them around the house. Whenever I have company come in town, I like to buy one arrangement and then break it up into little arrangements. I'll put some in the bathroom. I'll put some by my sink. I'll put some in the kitchen.
Let me ask you this. Instead of Panda buying you those flowers, let's say he bought you a vase full of crawfish. Is that a better gift for you? I'm being serious.
I would love a vase full of crawfish as well.
I just wonder. I just know a lot of women get flowers, and I've heard women talk about how some, not all, obviously. I think some like it. Some would go, the flowers. It's a great gesture, but I'd rather have someone spend money on something I like. Some people think flowers is kind of a throwaway.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. And I know that, some girls feel that way. And if your girl feels that way, talk with her about it and don't buy her flowers. But I happen to love the way flowers look. And so for me, it's a good gift. He gave me flowers and beer. I mean,
Whoa, yeah.
I think flowers.
He knows his woman.
I think flowers are awesome. I've heard women talk about, I don't like flowers that much. I'm like, well, tell there's someone's doing something nice for you and you're complaining.
Yeah, you'll never catch me complaining about a gift that anyone gave me, at least not to them.
You should not complain about flowers unless it's something that I did when I was 16 years old. I was dating this girl, had the biggest crush on her. In fact, no, I was 18. She was 17.
Okay.
She had her tonsils taken out. She was at the hospital. So I buy her all these flowers.
Ooh.
And she ended up staying in the hospital 3 extra days because she was allergic to the flowers I got her. Her face blew up. She had hives all over her body.
That's amazing.
And she ended up going out with my friend after.
Oh, wow.
Damn. You blew it, Pennington.
I did. I blew it bad.
Damn.
I blew it bad.
What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, for the first time in, I don't know, probably a year and a half, I am going to the Improv on Saturday.
What?
Gonna be in a room with a bunch of people
Wow.
laughing.
Whoa.
This is gonna be
Dang,
weird.
How about that, huh?
Who's
know.
performing?
There's
It's Chris Farley's brother, I think.
there's an Italian comedian.
Oh, okay.
Jerry Soma bought the tickets because he loves Italian
Well,
comedians.
what Italian comedian is it?
Let me find the guy.
It's not Sebastian, is it?
Anthony something. No, it's not Sebastian Maniscalco. He's the hottest Italian
No,
comedian.
yeah.
This guy is like, right below that guy.
Understood.
Anthony something or other. But yeah, so if anybody wants to come out Saturday night,
Okay.
I mean, that's going to get in the way of the impromptu party we were going to throw.
I'll be there during the day.
Oh, boy.
So, is there anything that you got to do to get into the Improv? Do you know, or they just kind of open it up and
I
letting
think they're
people in?
selling tickets. Anthony
Yeah.
Rodia.
Okay.
Rodia. Rodia.
Okay, yeah, I've never heard of him.
Sure, yeah.
He's the
Sounds great.
He's the new Maniscalco.
Yeah,
I
forget
guess.
about it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's, just it. Trying to figure out as we're kind of like getting back to life and things are happening. I'm kind of sitting here just looking around, seeing what's going on and observing. And one thing I saw yesterday, I got real excited. You're talking about that Foo Fighters, how they're going to be doing a tour, and they're going to be opening up Madison Square Garden for the first time since they've done any shows there. And it's going to be the Foo Fighters' first show in over a year.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Foo Fighters. I think it's maybe on June 20th or something like that. But the thing they're doing is you have to have proof of a vaccination to get in. And, of course, it caused a big stir, and that's, kind of what's going on. And I'm kind of sitting back looking and be like, okay, so where is it in life? I got to be with these vaccinations and all this kind of stuff. So I haven't gotten mine yet. And, I'm still just kind of sitting and watching the news. I've had the COVID. So I've got the antibodies, and, I keep seeing all these studies. Like there's one out from the Cleveland Clinic that said that unvaccinated people who've had COVID have no difference in reinfection rate than people who had COVID-19 and took the vaccine. So, that Cleveland Clinic study tells me that, since I've already had it, getting the vaccine's not going to do anything more than what I already got. So, I'm trying to read all these stories and figure out what's the right thing. But boy, I'm telling you, they're getting close, right? Hitting in there. Foo Fighters, got to get a vaccine. My wife and I are both like, I don't know. We're like, would you do it for that? I'm like, I think I probably would.
Would you do for the Foo?
Yeah, that's kind of it.
Avoiding the flu.
Yeah, but it really ticked off a lot of people that they were doing that. People are calling them the Foo Fighters.
Oh, okay.
That is crafty.
Now, is that something that the Foo Fighters are having control over?
I
or
don't
is that
know,
a
'cause
venue
somebody
thing?
came to me about that because I'm a Foo Fighters fan, and somebody was trying to get me all upset. And I said, I don't know. I said it might be a New York City thing, it might be a Madison Square Garden. Like, well, then they should have not played. If they, I'm like, look, why do we got to fight about everything about this? I'm
Thank
like,
you.
I'm not going to fight about it. I mean, I'll tell you how I am and where my mind is, and
It was one
they
of
can
those
do what they want to do.
Was it one of those emails that was trying to get you to fight with?
Yeah, it's trying to get me to fight, or they wanted to get
They
me
wanted you to
ups-
fight the Foo Fighters?
Yeah, I
they got
think
fighters in their name.
Well,
They're going
thi-
to kick your ass.
Yeah, I think they wanted me to be all upset. I'm like, I'm not. I mean, I'd rather.
It takes a lot for those kind of things to get Kevin upset, first of all.
He's
Yeah.
going to reserve his upset for things that actually matter.
Yeah,
The show, that's where you get Kevin. If things go wrong with the show,
Yeah.
and that's pretty much about really where your your level's at.
Yeah, so I'm every day just kind of like reading and cruising. So, I'm Mr. on the fence guy with about everything, including, the vaccine. And so I saw, I got to get the vaccine to get the Foo Fighters show. But then I saw the Cleveland Clinic study. I'm like, kind of teeter-tottering on that fence still.
When you talk about not getting the vaccine on the air, do you get hate emails or comments?
Yeah, I get a lot of people get real upset on both sides of it. And, but honestly, to me, I think other people are going through it. I don't know why we can't discuss this kind of stuff. Because you should be able to talk things through rationally. And, to me, I'm like, okay, well, show me enough proof, a guy that's had COVID-19 and has the antibodies, why I need to jump on it right away.
Brother, social media ruined people being rational.
I know, and I hate that, so it's like, I'm not gonna buy into the hate. I'm gonna still try to find maybe the one other person on planet Earth that's rational and have a discussion with that person. And say, here's where my thought process is with it.
Everybody needs to make their own choice for their own self.
Yeah.
And if the Foo Fighters or Madison Square Garden or whoever wants to make that choice, you got to give them that right to make that choice too.
Yeah.
Just like we want you to have your rights.
Right.
They deserve to have their rights.
I tell you, what's going to get me, though? If it was a Buckeye game.
And they said, Ralston, you can't get in here unless you get the vax.
Roll up my sleeve. Hit me up, baby.
Everyone's got that hot button.
Everybody's got their price. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What's my price? Because the Mexican Queen's like going, that'd be kind of cool to go to New York and go to that show. And I'm like, don't tease me. Don't tease me. She's like,
your birthday's coming up.
I know. That's what she was talking about.
Oh, damn, Ralston.
And it was the first time where I was like, okay, all right.
I did that for Panda when we were maybe newly married, or we went up and I surprised him with a Morrissey show just outside of New York City at this really cool older theater venue, and it was such a neat trip to go like that, just the two of us for a concert. It was so fun.
Did Morrissey sing that one song? I'm very sad, oh I'm so sad.
Isn't that all of them?
That's a good Morrissey, yeah.
I've heard a lot of it.
I'm depressed and everyone hates me.
That's fun, though, right?
It was so fun. We were just there for literally a weekend.
Right, yeah.
And we flew in, went to the show, flew back out the next day. It was so whirlwind and exciting.
It was a small theater, intimate.
Such a cute small theater.
Those are the best. When I saw Billy Joel at Lynn, it was a small theater.
Oh, it's amazing.
It was
it is. It's a beautiful theater.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of my question, too. Like, if we did get serious about doing this, what does New York City look like? I don't really know. What is the day-to-day? How open are they? Because, I'm used to South Florida open. So if I go to New York City, would I go up there and we would want to take in the city? And I'm like going, I can't do anything. It's still pretty close.
It was pretty neat to see. We had lunch with one of our bosses the other day, and he kept on saying, it's so nice to be out with people. I guess where he's at, it's a little bit more closed in.
It might be. He's based in Boston.
Yeah, he said that like 3 times, how great it was to be open and out with people.
He did comment, too, about how Florida is different than where he's been.
Right.
We're pretty lucky here in Florida to be able to make our own choices and go out if you want and stay home if you want without a lot of government telling us what to do.
Yeah, I know a few small business owners here locally that were allowed to stay open, and they said they actually saw a boom in their business during the pandemic.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They made money.
If they were limited, that's great.
If they would have been in California
They
or
would've
New
shut down.
York, it would have been different for them. And it's crazy to think about how livelihoods were so differently impacted depending on what state you were in. Just remember, Florida treated you right and let you choose.
So anyway, we'll see. The price is getting a little tempting.
Well, I'll take you to MD now. They'll stick you, Cal.
I know. Trust me. I know there's so many people. I can't walk down the street without people going, hey, we'll stick you. Hey, we'll stick you. Hey, we'll stick you.
Don't do it at a gas station.
I saw the most broke down sign. It was painted. It said vaccinations here. It was an arrow, and I swear to you, it was pointed at a garage, a resident. I wanted to take a picture, but I didn't have my phone with me.
Please don't get that one.
I couldn't. I got to go back there today. It's in my neighborhood. I'm taking a picture and putting that on social media.
How many people think they got the vaccine? They got nothing but a shot of water.
I didn't have any side effects. It was great.
Yeah, right. It felt fine.
Because you got water, dummy.
Well, these gender reveals cause some problems as people bring in explosives and other things. People are getting hurt. It's just supposed to be a simple, fun little thing. Sometimes it gets a little out of control. And Jbird was talking about a gender reveal party that he was invited to. And now even just talking about that has got you in some trouble.
Well, we talked about it on the air, and they heard the whole conversation.
Oh, boy. Uh-oh.
Yes. Yeah. And they don't understand. One of the questions was, why is Virginia so mean? That was
why is Virginia so mean?
Yes.
What was she saying that was so mean?
This is all. I can't even remember the conversation, but we were just talking about how this is gonna suck. This is terrible. No booze is awful. Like it was. We kind of went in.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you're gonna have a party, you have to have booze.
I honestly don't remember exactly what you said. I'm getting all this relayed back from my sister. They are not happy. Little upset with Virginia.
Oh boy. Virginia, how do you feel about that?
He won't even tell me who these people are.
Well, I mean, I will. You just don't know them, but I can tell you. I'm not going to get their name on the air now, but when the mic is off, I will give
How
you the
do
name.
you know them?
I told you this.
I forgot. I don't retain that kind of information.
She just says things on the air, kind of just leaves a trail of fire behind.
Trail of tears and pain.
Yeah, that's it. And then moves along.
They're friends of my mother.
Okay.
And there's a woman that's, I don't want to go into the details again, but there's a woman that was my mom's friend, and then she has a daughter, and she was having the gender reveal party.
Gotcha.
And that's when we were talking about how, oh my gosh, this is awful. I forget. Does the audience remember what we said?
Are they using explosives?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think nothing like that.
No.
Good.
No,
it ain't that kind of gender reveal.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's amazing how pretty much everybody in the studio has forgotten that conversation.
I know. Man, when bits backfire.
Dude, I don't retain.
No, you don't.
Only thing I retain is water.
Well, I think you guys were just asking me if I really wanted to go, and I said no.
Well, that's, for anything that we talk about on the show, there's always that iffy thing where you're like, okay. And it's the weirdest thing because things that I talk about that I don't think ever would get me in trouble, get me in trouble. And things that I think, oh boy, I'm going to hear about this later, nothing. It's crazy.
It does suck. There's been times where I've dated somebody and I would not even know that I said something wrong, and then I'll get a 9-page text message.
Well, what? You didn't say anything wrong. You're a single guy with no kids of your own, no wife to speak of that you have to please and take to dumb parties. Amen. You're not the target market for a gender reveal. Yeah. Why is that a bad thing to say?
It's really
not. Especially a gender reveal with no booze.
And I got to tell you, honestly, I think for a gender reveal, it has to be really close family. I'm not a big fan of opening this up to a lot of people because immediately you're throwing obligations on people that really probably don't care enough to show up or want to have to show up.
I was told that you had to bring a gift, a unisex gift to this thing.
Yeah.
To the gender reveal?
Well, that was kind of like and we talked about.
Is this their baby shower?
Well, we talked about that part on the air, and that's where I think we're like, why do you have to bring a party to a gender reveal or a gift to the gender reveal party?
You're asking too much.
Yeah, and then I think they were mad because like, well, you didn't have to bring a gift. We never said you had to bring a gift, but that was kind of what was the
implied.
It was implied. But then I think they got embarrassed that we said that and called them out about.
Oh yeah.
And then it turned into
you're not going to this party.
Oh no.
I would now, yeah. Oh, you're gonna
Don't worry. I did you a favor.
Yeah. You just got uninvited.
It's all good.
So this gonna come back and give you problems too?
But I don't care.
Okay.
It's whatever.
Gender reveals are for chicks that are into it and close family members that are into it, that are excited about your baby.
Well, that's the other thing too.
You're a single guy. You probably don't hold a lot of babies.
I don't ever see these people that much.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Right.
That's why, to me, a gender reveal, you've extended your guest list too far.
Right.
I mean, if you got somebody that doesn't even really know these people, that shouldn't be somebody that gets an invite to your gender reveal.
Yeah, every time we bring up a present for the gender reveal, chat room, text message, what? A party or a present for a gender reveal?
Right. Yeah, they need to be put in their place.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Zero guilt
Yeah,
there.
Virginia did them a favor. Got a couple birthdays. Sasha Obama is turning 20 years old today.
Wow, 20?
I know, right? Remember when they were just little kids?
Yeah.
Pops was president. Kate Upton, too, from Melbourne, Florida, is turning 29 years old today.
She's from Melbourne, huh?
Yeah, she is.
Look at that.
Yeah, comes back to town to do charity events and the such, so remembers where she's from. Also, got to say happy birthday to our Raffy Taffy. Always stay weird and keep that awesome smile of yours, Mama Duck and the Pickle Squad.
Oh, that's so cute.
Got a birthday you want to get through to the KVJ Show? You can let us know. Mail at kvjshow.com. MAIL at kvjshow.com. How weird would it have been if some of the biggest movies ever made had these different working titles? Like Back to the Future 2. Would it feel weird if that movie was actually called Paradox? That almost was going to be the title of the movie. If you know Back to the Future 2, you remember they made Back to the Future 3 as well. Paradox was supposed to be one movie and a combination of what happened in 2 and 3, and then they realized the project got to be too expensive, so they split it into 2 different movies and then went with the sequel numbers.
Did you all like part 2? I loved part 2, and I know it gets some hate out there.
Yeah.
They got some dated references. There's the one part where he goes into the diner, says, can I have a Pepsi free? He's like, you want a Pepsi free? Remember Pepsi free?
Yeah.
I do.
Yes.
He's like, we don't do Pepsi for free.
And that might have been in the first one, actually. But it's got a lot of dated jokes in that thing.
The movie Pretty Woman was almost called 3000.
Why?
Was it for the amount of money per night?
Yeah, at the beginning of the film, Edward offers Vivian $3,000 to get her a new wardrobe for their little charade they were doing, and this tiny little detail is where the film's original title came from. But then they just thought it was a little too
It
fleeting.
doesn't work.
And yeah, it didn't work, so they changed it from 3000 to Pretty Woman. That's what it could have been. The movie Return of the Jedi. That working title was called Blue Harvest. They really never had any intention of naming the movie that, but everybody was wanting to try to find secrets of what was going on, so Lucasfilm called this project Blue Harvest because they thought it was a horror film and they weren't sniffing around. If everybody would have known it was the sequel to the Star Wars movie, then they anticipate a lot of people would be trying to get secrets and things like that, so they thought it was a whole different project.
And then they decided on Revenge of the Jedi. They made posters and everything, and then they go, no, Jedis wouldn't have. They wouldn't be revengeful.
Vengeful.
They would be. They're
Yeah.
They're spiritual people. They're
Right.
there to bring order to the galaxy. They're not going to have revenge in their heart.
I'm smart.
And my buddy who owns the antique store, he just ended up getting a Revenge of the Jedi and sold it within minutes.
Oh, wow.
They made a bunch of
They
stuff
made
that
'em.
said
That's
that.
cool.
He got it from somebody that had it in the collection. He said he sold it
Wow.
in minutes.
I bet you that was expensive.
I think it was $300.
Okay.
Maybe
That
$350.
seems pretty affordable for
I,
what
yeah,
it could
I
go.
actually thought
Yeah.
about getting it.
That's not that crazy for a collector's piece with that kind of cool story.
Agreed.
Yeah. Regina, one of your favorite movies, Pulp Fiction, was almost called Black Mask.
Why?
That was the working title because it was an homage to the crime fiction magazine that made the pulp fiction genre popular in the 30s and 40s. But eventually they decided to go with the title that emphasized the entire genre, pulp fiction, rather than just one specific magazine.
Interesting.
But it almost was called Black Mask. I know you got a movie poster of that yourself.
I do. That was one of my first major purchases as a young person. I got the movie poster from the radio station or someplace cool, and I went and got it framed. And I just remember hanging it on my wall. It was real art.
Yeah.
Hung on my wall and framed. The first thing ever was that Pulp Fiction poster.
Yeah.
I still have it.
The movie Saturday Night Fever, kind of for the same reason, almost went by the title The Tribal Rights of the New Saturday Night. It's because it was from a New York Magazine article from 1976 by that name. And that's what they thought they were going to call the movie.
That movie took the Bee Gees from being superstars into mega superstars.
I can see that.
And eventually the world turned on the Bee Gees because there was a lot of disco and people. The Bee Gees could not get on the radio past the 80s because of the whole explosion of Saturday Night Fever.
They were just too typecast as disco.
And they didn't expect Trevovo to be such a big star. They were like, oh, why are we signing this TV guy? He's
Yeah.
not a movie star. And it blew up. I just saw that special 2 days ago.
Kevin's in your head.
I know. He knows
He knows you.
The
Dialed
pulse
in.
of the bird.
Dialed in. The movie Stand By Me was almost called The Body because it was adapted from the Stephen King novella The Body. But the studio didn't like it because they thought it sounded like either as a horror movie from Stephen King or as like even a raunchy adult film.
Skin flick.
Yes, and so the director Rob Reiner decided to go with the Benny King song with the same name and went with "Stand By Me" over the body.
Fantastic movie. Still holds up. Mm-hmm. And what's the name of the dead body?
Chester Copperpot.
No, that's Goonies.
Ray Brower.
Kevin got it. Yes. Ask him that. I've been asking him that
You
question.
ask him that every time.
I'm not kidding you. 17 years I've asked him that question.
He gets it right every time.
Every time.
What do you think if the Breakfast Club instead were called the Lunch Bunch?
Well, that's dumb.
It's dumb.
Yeah, that's almost what
The
they went
Breakfast
with.
Club is kind of dumb.
It really
I mean,
kinda
if you want to
is.
break it down
Yeah.
real quick.
But we're just kind of used to that because they do actually have lunch together. So that's what it was originally going to be called. And they also were going to go with the title Library Revolution. Was another word for it.
That's
Another
dumb
title for that
too.
movie.
All the names are dumb, and I think the movie's kind of dumb.
It's not my favorite, John Hughes.
No,
They almost called Point Break Johnny Utah.
That could work still. That could still work. In fact, they should have done a Johnny Utah series after.
Right.
It could have worked, man.
It would have worked with Keanu Reeves. Absolutely, it would have worked. They had many sequels in that.
Point Break 2 could still work. I know Patrick Swayze's dead, but you have his son now is running the crime ring. He's just like his dad.
Okay, is this the green room? You're kind of like writing things out here?
And you bring back Keanu.
Yeah.
Johnny Utah, he's older. He's wiser.
Okay.
Maybe there's a younger Utah in the mix now.
Wow, okay.
I think I'm describing Top Gun 2.
Yeah. And instead of American Pie, the working title on that movie was Teenage Sex Comedy That Can Be Made for Under $10 Million That Your Reader Will Love, But the Executive Will Hate. They went with that just to get attention. Somebody would buy the movie, and then when they bought it, they're like, okay, we'll just call it American Pie from the most famous scene in the movie.
Did they really only spend $10 million doing that movie?
I think that's what it was. Yeah, that's how they pitched it.
Insane.
That's how they pitched it. They said, we got a teenage comedy that will make you more money. Only $10 million is all you
well,
need.
that got a nice return on investment.
Oh, that
Yeah.
thing was massive.
Massive.
Yeah, some pretty cool stuff. Another thing that I saw too that was interesting about the movie game was why some actors play the same role over and over again. And this person in this article is talking about how really only a few real actors exist. Because, in a sense, they're not really acting. Most people who you call actors or actresses just find roles that fit their personality. That way they look really natural in it, and you think they're a great actor or actress, but they're just really being themselves. And how many times have we said that's really been the case? They said, for instance, like Mel Gibson in Lethal Weapon, he's that way in real life. That is him.
Okay.
And also Chevy Chase in Fletch. That's just how Chevy Chase is every day. So he's not really acting. He's just being Chevy Chase.
But the thing with Mel Gibson's got some different gears with his acting. Well,
He
Chevy
does.
Chase kind of is the same role pretty much.
Some people have to show it. And some of the people they said that you see this most often with, like, for instance, Seth Rogen. It seems like his new role, he's trying to really break out of, I'm just the stoner guy that, laughs all the time. But Seth Rogen's kind of gotten in that. Adam Sandler's kind of known as the big old man child.
Jonah Hill is another. He lost weight and does not
Yeah.
like when people ask him about him losing weight. And he's trying to go from the guy from Superbad to a real actor.
Yeah, so I think these guys kind of know that because people in Hollywood are telling me, going, look, you're you, and we give you roles, and it's great. But, then they try to do it. Look at what Vince Vaughn has done. Because he kind of got in that thing where they're like, look, dude, you're the same guy in every movie. And then they try to really say, okay, well, I want to show you I'm actually a real actor.
He did a prison movie where he was all tough.
Yeah. They say this about Michael Cera as the awkward teenager. Zach Galifianakis is the weirdo, and Samuel L. Jackson is just the guy who loves to curse.
And be a badass.
I don't think Zach Galifianakis likes Hollywood. I think he's more of a comedian that got into it because of The Hangover.
I think he still lives on a farm in North
Yeah,
Carolina.
well, Hangover, he wasn't a young buck during Hangover, and that's when he really hit.
Right, absolutely. So it's some fascinating stuff. So I guess there are actors and they're just people who get roles and then be themselves on screen. Today's KVJ Draft, we are doing the best duets of all time. These are two predominant singers on a song. It cannot be a collaboration of three or more.
There are so many great duets out there.
So many.
But there's
Yeah.
some I know how much I love them deeply. I don't know if the people are going to love them.
Okay.
So do you vote for the people or do you vote for your heart?
You let your list reflect the man you are.
Agreed. I'm going all in.
I'm not Googling like Suits. I'm over here
Yeah.
bringing what I love to the table.
Googling Gary.
Yeah.
I get it.
Okay. All right, we're drawing out what is your card, and your order could be kind of important today. I got the 9.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a solid one.
Solid card.
It's solid, but probably not the top pick, which is what I want.
Big. This is big. Oh, damn
Virginia,
it.
what'd you
You got
get?
the worst poker face. You would be the worst poker player.
I mean, I just got a suck card.
What'd you get?
I got a 4.
Oh, Virginia.
So pissed.
Okay.
I really want this one.
All right, Bird, what did you get?
Oh, rats. I got a queen.
Damn it.
Okay. Wow, Bird is first right now. Dennys, what did you get?
I got a king.
Oh,
Look at you.
dang. Okay, and then what did Suits get there?
Suits got a 6.
He got a 6. Okay, so he is ahead of Virginia. Virginia is
terrible.
last in the
I am.
duet draft.
I wanted it so bad.
Okay, so
I just want us to play all these duets today.
Me
There's some
too.
really
I know,
good
some
duets
really good
on
ones.
here.
Can we do
Yeah.
a sing along after we pick?
But my list, I'd have to take my act down to Sunny 107.9 because I clearly like a genre.
yeah, you do. Okay, Dennys, we start off with you in today's KVJ draft for the best duets. What duet are you going with to start us off here today?
I'm going to go with one of my favorites, Don't Go Breaking My Heart by Elton John, Kiki D.
if I tried.
Okay. Elton John and Kiki D
Kiki D.
doing that one. Okay. Then he's got the first pick off the board. Bird, what song are you going with?
It's a song called Leather and Lace with Stevie Nicks and Don Henley. And
So good.
if you haven't heard it, kids, Google it. It's amazing.
Give to me your leather, take from me my lace.
Okay.
That was that song read as Gollum.
so sexy, wasn't
Why
it?
did you say it like that? Don't ruin it for the kids. You're going to scare them.
I love that song.
Okay, with my first pick, I am going to go with Queen and David Bowie, Under Pressure.
He took your song.
This is a great. I didn't even think of that one.
You didn't?
I did what even on my list. I'm so stuck in like 1981 to 83.
So
over.
this is way too modern.
You're right.
Okay, Suits, what are you going to go with your first pick in today's KVJ draft?
I'm going to go a little more modern. Jay-Z, Alicia Keys' Empire State of Mind.
Okay,
It's a good one.
there you go.
The youth pick.
The youth pick.
Yeah.
Old Google and Gary got that one.
Very solid. Okay, let's see. We are now down to Virginia, who's got the next 2 picks in the KVJ draft for the best duets of all time.
Okay. This is probably my favorite to sing. I'm going Patti LaBelle and Michael McDonald On My Own.
On my
On my own. I never dreamed I'd spend one night alone.
So many promises. If I'm broken.
Okay. There's one song, Virginia. What is your next?
So good.
Man, I love that
That's
song.
such a jam. All right, the next one I'm taking, it's going to hurt you too, Bird. Islands in the Stream.
Oh,
Kenny
gosh.
Rogers and Dolly Parton.
We rely on each other.
Uh-huh. Making love to another. Uh-huh.
Suits, you got the next pick in the KVJ draft.
I am going to go with Up Where We Belong, Joe Cocker and Jennifer Waynes.
Love lift us up where we belong.
Okay.
Up where the eagles fly.
Okay, with my next pick, I am going to go John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. You're the one that I want.
Oh, that's a good one.
One that I want.
You can take it.
It'll get generic votes.
It will. No, it'll get votes.
It's a basic bitch song.
Or a basic Bix.
Basic bitch. Sorry, I tripped.
Bird, you've got the next pick, KVJ Duets.
From Amy Grant and Peter Cetera. Next time I fall in
Okay.
love. Next
I
time I
know
fall.
better what to do.
Next time I fall
I fall.
in love. Ooh, the next time. That's too
Okay.
high.
All right, we are back to you, Dennys. You have got the next 2 picks here.
I was going to do Time to Say Goodbye by Andre Bocelli and Sarah Brightman.
That is an awesome
It's a great song.
I
How's
think
it
you
go?
just lost the competition, but that is the jam.
What's the name of the song?
To
Say goodbye.
Time to Say
Okay.
Goodbye.
All right.
And then next one, I'm going with a personal favorite. I know Bird will back me up on this one. When I Fall in Love by Celine Dion and Clive Griffin.
Yes.
That's such a jam.
We sing that song together all the time.
We'll sing it in the car while we're riding.
And Clive Griffin, When I Fall in Love. is
Do
that-
you hold hands?
When I Fall in Love.
I mean, it's on deck.
Okay, Bird, your third and final pick here in the KVJ draft for the best duets. What are you going with?
Endless Love. Has anyone done that one yet?
My
No.
love.
Endless Love, Diana Ross, Lionel Richie.
There's
That's a great
only
pick.
you in my life.
It's a great
Dang,
pick.
You got the Richie down. You got honey and glass in that voice today. I love it.
You snagged the song I was getting ready to pick.
Damn.
Nice choice.
I went very old people.
Okay, I am going to change it up and go actually modern with Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper, Shallow.
Oh, damn.
Jump on that one.
The bosses aren't listening. Kevin's going to pick an RMF song.
Suits, what are you going with? Your next pick for the best duet.
I will take Say, Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson.
Say what you want to lose the competition.
Okay, Virginia, you have the final pick today in the draft. What are you going with?
Oh, this is hard. I'm between 2.
Okay.
Don't blow it, Snicky. All of Tequesta's listening.
Okay, I'm a hometown pick. I'm gonna pick just because Aaron Neville's in it. I don't know much with Linda Ronstadt.
But I know you lost it.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
What was
big
your
one.
What was your other pick? Just out of curiosity.
You don't bring me flowers.
You picked the right one. And I love You Don't Bring Me Flowers, but that's not going to win you the tournament.
All right.
Okay. Some of the ones that we did not get to, some of the biggest duets of all time. Bill Medley, Jennifer Warnes, the I've Had the Time of My Life. I don't think anybody went with that, right?
Bird, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah,
a
Dirty
jam.
Dancing. Duh.
I've been waiting for so long.
Now I finally found some more.
The Stevie Nicks, Tom Petty song, Stop Dragging My Heart Around.
I don't love that song. It's a good song. It's just not one of my favorites. I thought about it.
Okay. Michael Jackson, Paul McCartney, The Girl Is Mine.
The girl is mine.
The doggone girl is mine.
You would have lost the competition.
Or Paul McCartney with Stevie Wonder, Ebony and Ivory.
Yeah, I had it written.
Oh, Bird.
Separate Lives, Phil Collins. Oh, that's a good song.
Yeah. And I feel kind of guilty I didn't go with Ozzy Osbourne and Lita Ford, If I Close My Eyes Forever.
It was the right move.
Yeah, it was the right
The
move,
right
but
move.
man, yeah.
Now, if you were working for the Gator,
Okay, you're right.
Or
Top
being
pick.
true to your roots.
You're right.
Yeah, that's your roots right there.
Okay, so here's what we got. You can start voting here soon on Instagram and Facebook. Just go to the KVJ Show pages. Danny's went with Elton John and Kiki D, Don't Go Breaking My Heart. Andrea Bocelli and Sarah Brightman with Time to Say Goodbye. Celine Dion and Clive Griffin with When I Fall in Love. That is his 3 duets. Bird's got Stevie Nicks and Don Henley's Leather and Lace.
Boom.
Amy Grant, Peter Cetera, Next Time I Fall.
pow,
Diana Ross and Lionel Richie, Endless Love.
kablam.
I have got Queen and David Bowie, Under Pressure. John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John, You're the One That I Want. And Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper, Shallow.
Some people are calling you out with the whole Queen one, that it's a collaboration with the band and it's not a duet. I disagree. There's 2 people singing. Let's not nitpick.
That's kind of where we went with that. It was 2 people. I know it's called Queen, but it's
I think we're okay with Kevin picking that one.
Freddie Mercury.
If it cost him votes, though, let's nitpick.
Okay, you're right. You're right. Good point. What am I doing?
Suits went Jay-Z and Alicia Keys with Empire State of Mind. Joe Cocker and Jennifer Warnes, Up Where We Belong. And Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson with Say, Say, Say. And then Virginia's got Patti LaBelle and Michael McDonald's On My Own. Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton, Islands in the Stream. And Linda Ronstadt and Aaron Neville with Don't Know Much.
There is a one clear loser.
Shut up.
No, there is. So it's not you.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought you were coming for me.
No, I'm coming for myself. I think it's me. Okay.
Oh, who slid into Virginia's DMs? She is so ecstatic right now, Bird. Yesterday, we were talking about which one is better, and we were talking about some different places where you could get food, and I brought up what is better, raw juice or Three Natives, which you can get the acai bowls and the juices and stuff like that there. And she had mentioned Three Natives for her because somebody is a spokesperson for Three Natives.
Well, Three Natives is in Tequesta, where I live. And yes, the spokesperson does tend to draw in the ladies.
Yes. And Three Natives does have several other locations.
They do?
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. You're right.
Yes. And so Virginia mentioned this, and apparently the spokesperson heard and wound up sliding into her DMs, and she just saw it, and she's losing her marbles right now.
I'm so excited.
Okay, so this is the person who owns it?
Well, it's a business partner. So he turned his reality star fame into businesses and putting his money into smart investments in his hometown. I think that's brilliant. So on top of being, incredibly charismatic, he's also got a great business mind. Ladies love that.
Well, what the hell, man? I talked about IHOP yesterday. They didn't DM me.
Right?
That ain't cool.
What the hell? What the hell? Dang. Yeah, so Tyler Cameron.
Yes, from The Bachelor, one of the most loved bachelors of all time.
He's the one that DM'd you?
Yes.
Okay, I guess I'm just kind of slow today and confused. I thought the restaurant guy DM'd you.
He's a business partner at Three Natives.
Tyler is?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Bird.
Yeah. He's been pitching them for a while. Like I noticed on social media, like he'll be doing commercials for them. But now it appears that he's actually a business partner and part of the whole franchise with them. And I think they're building more Three Natives and franchising out, which is awesome.
It's growing like crazy, and they are very solid. They're very good.
During my October month of I thought I was dying, I ate a lot of those ICO bowls.
Acai?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They're
can't
good.
say them, but I could eat the hell out of them.
Yeah, they're good.
They are good. If you
good.
put enough honey and
Yeah,
enough...
they're kind of like fake healthy, you know. I'll eat them, but I know it's
It's a treat.
I was
It's the
eating
biggest
it.
dessert I have.
I'm asking my sister, I go, this can't be healthy. She's like, no, it's really good for you. Now, the more I got into it, I go, there's no way this is
Yeah,
healthy.
it's questionable. Yeah.
It's yummy.
Oh,
It
it's real
is.
good.
It's very tasty. What all did he say?
Well, he said that he's been listening to us since he was a kid. And he said it was surreal to hear us say his name on the radio.
Wow.
Tyler.
Yeah.
You've said his name a bunch, I thought.
I have, because we've been big fans of him on The Bachelor.
Yeah.
And then, of course, his friend was The Bachelor, Matt, and we were pulling for Matt, too. So him and Matt have done very well for themselves, and they're super charitable. You know, they do a lot of stuff to help kids learn about food and nutrition. And, I mean, if you care about at-risk kids, that's how you get my heart.
I remember finally when Pat Deep Dish Bertoletti finally DM'd me. He's a big food.
Who?
Exactly, Pat Deep Dish Bertoletti.
That was big for you, huh?
Who?
He's on the food competition circuit. I'm like, oh my gosh, Deep Dish, he DM'd me.
It's big stuff.
Deep Dish. Where's Deep Dish today?
It's been a minute since I've heard of Deep Dish. He was really riding high about 5 years ago.
COVID shut down that whole competitive eating circuit.
Yes.
Damn, COVID.
One of the other things, other than just raw juice and Three Natives we were talking about, was barbecue. We had Sonny's on there and Smoky Bones. Which one is better? And we kind of broke it out, and we've got a poll going on right now on our website at kvjshow.com for the best barbecue in South Florida. So if you were picking between two, would those even be the two that you would pick if you're talking about barbecue in South Florida?
That was the commentary that I received personally. It was like, what are you guys only doing these two? What about everyone else?
Right.
Yeah,
so
there's so much.
It's really right now open to everybody else. I won't read all the names, but we have probably about 20 to 25 different places. I feel like it's pretty thorough for you to go and vote. Places all over South Florida. Some of them have one location. Some of them have multiple locations. We started the voting yesterday, and right now we got a tie for first place for the best barbecue in South Florida between McCrae's Backyard Barbecue in West Palm Beach and Mission Barbecue in Boynton Beach.
Okay, let's go.
Both have 21% of the votes.
I've had McCrae's. I love McCrae's. I've never had Mission.
You're a rib guy, aren't you, Kev?
I love barbecue, Yeah, big fan of it.
Are you guys fans of taking your barbecue ribs and then just drenching it with blue cheese dressing? The blue cheese and the barbecue together.
I would do that.
Oh, it's so good.
I love that sweet and hot that McRae's does. They do a twist.
Okay.
Where it's half sweet juice and sweet sauce, and then the other half is like spicy.
Okay.
Oh, it's so nice.
In third place, you've got Park Avenue Barbecue Grill getting 10% of the vote.
People, they're beloved in the area.
They really are. They step up so much for Little Smiles. On Mother's Day, they stepped up big time and donated a bunch of food, and it was beautiful what they did.
We used to take their garlic bread and make like fry sandwiches at the house. We'd order them and then make sandwiches and grill them. It was delicious.
And then you've got a tie in fourth place between Sonny's Barbecue, Moon Swiner's in Fort Pierce, and Dale's Barbecue in Fort Pierce.
Oh, I kind of need to do a little barbecue tour.
Sonny's they're my kind of people. It's not gonna win the tournament. It's my kind of people, the Sonny's people.
But you got a lot of other great options you can go check out. Anything from Dixie Pig Barbecue in Oakland Park. I know a lot of people have talked about that. Some people have also thrown out Pete's Gourmet Barbecue in Green Acres. That is on the list if you want to go cast a vote for them. You got Smoke Barbecue in Fort Lauderdale. Smoky Bones is on there. A lot of people commented on Tom Jenkins Barbecue in Fort Lauderdale. So if you love that place, go and vote. And even 14 Bones all the way north in Vero Beach is on the list. So go vote for the best barbecue.
All this talk about food, because it's your 9-year anniversary, breakfast is on the bird, whatever you want. Let's get into
Look
it.
at you.
Whatever you want. Suits, whatever you want.
I want caviar and stone crabs.
They won't deliver that so early.
I can find somebody that'll deliver.
Well, now you're just ordering your own food. You kind of dismiss the whole gesture.
Talking about the poll we have on our website, kvjshow.com, for the best barbecue in South Florida. And tied for fourth place right now is Moon Swiner's and Dale's Barbecue in Fort Pierce. Both have 7% of the vote. And it's interesting. Apparently, there's a little story here as people are texting in from Fort Pierce. Moon Swiner's was a Dale's Barbecue back in the day. Then they broke off. So a vote for Moon Swiner's is a vote for Dale's. But there's a little more to the story, because people are saying that there used to be a Dale's East and a Dale's West, and a husband and wife owned them, and then they got divorced, and mysteriously one of the locations burned down. And with the insurance payout, the wife rebuilt it into Moon Swiner's Barbecue, and now they're in competition.
That is a unbelievable story. I love it.
Drama.
And now they're tied with 7% of the vote at number 4 on our best barbecue poll.
I love meat drama.
But did we open up old wounds?
I don't know. Very interesting. What's going on there?
So was there an East Coast, West Coast kind of a rival thing going on with barbecue?
I think
We should definitely go to both and then pit them against each other.
Yeah, now they are. Yeah.
Pit.
Barbecue.
Okay.
Oh, you know that they really, they take their barbecue seriously.
Oh, I can imagine the grudge match between those two places.
They wish nothing but the worst for each other.
They both have spite barbecue places.
And it's a little bit early. It didn't get any mentions, but somebody had said, and I had referenced it yesterday, I saw it open in the Village Common Shopping Plaza in West Palm Beach. A barbecue place opened up on Village Boulevard called Palm Beach Brisket and Barbecue, and it's amazing, somebody's saying.
Where's that, in that plaza, where's it next to?
It is right where, if you know the pizza place is, where the John Bull used to be. It's kind of like tucked right in there.
Is it in the John Bull place? Because
I don't
they've
know if
had
it's
19
the John
different
Bull
restaurants
place.
there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly in the John Bull place. I think it might have been the place it was where the ice cream, the Carvel was, or Stone Cold, whatever it was.
Stone Cold.
What?
Cold
No,
Stone.
It's Cold Stone.
Stone
Cold Steve Austin.
He's the
Stone Cold
wrestler.
Steve Austin has an ice cream shop.
Could you imagine if he got an ice cream place and he opened right next to Cold Stone, and you had Cold Stone and then Stone Cold?
And every time you hear your door opens, the glass breaks like his theme music. Oh,
That would be now. You want to talk about the Moon Swiner's Barbecue? I would love to see Cold Stone versus Stone Cold.
If Cold Stone was smart, they
Yeah.
would get him to be their celebrity endorser.
He ain't gonna come cheap.
He ain't gonna come cheap, but
I think he needs his own place.
it's worth it.
I'm with Kevin. He needs his own
He
place.
needs his own place.
He's busy.
Yeah. Hopefully you are ready to laugh, because we got a round of producer Denny's joke jury here for you.
Oh man, he's been bragging about these jokes all morning long.
Well,
you know me.
he had one of his best rounds ever last week.
So braggadocious.
It was very, very solid. Okay, so what do we got today? Denny's has got the jokes. We've got the judgment. What you got for us here, Denny's?
All right. Joke 1. What kind of chickens call out the boomers?
I don't know what kind of chickens call out the boomers.
Henzy. Henzy.
Henzy?
Like Gen Z?
Gen Z.
But Hen Z?
Crickets. Oh, silence followed by the crickets is a rough combo.
Yeah.
For
okay.
your sake, I hope they get better.
He was quick on that.
He was.
Cricket.
Sorry, I couldn't get a reaction from anybody.
I was confused.
Let's try this one. Let's see. Let's bring it back a little
and
bit.
we had last week, baby.
Yes.
Last week was great.
Yeah.
We always had last week. Let's see. Second joke. What did the Italians say when someone stole their salad?
I don't know. What did he say?
Caprese come, caprese go.
Oh, okay.
He's back.
Okay.
Okay.
You had it in there.
I like that one.
Henzy. We'll move on.
The bad Italian loved it.
Yeah, I did.
Third joke. Why don't people take selfies in wheat fields?
I don't know. Why don't they take selfies in wheat fields?
Because the photos come out grainy.
Okay, right?
That's what I'm
Yes.
talking
No
about.
one's doing grain comedy.
Yeah. That's good.
Let's see. Fourth joke. What makes grapes so good at parenting?
What makes grapes so good at parenting? I don't know what makes them so great.
Raising kids.
Oh,
Raisin
You did a
kids.
food thing today.
Raising kids.
He knows his audience.
Yeah. I thought that hen one, but
You know.
Can't win them all.
There's going to be some stinkers.
What are you going
It was
to
a
do?
turd.
final joke here. How much was it for you two to hire an attorney?
I don't know. How much was it for you two to hire an attorney?
Nothing. It was pro bono.
There's a rebound. There's a rebound.
Not bad.
That's what you're looking for.
Henzy.
Okay. Henzy. Jbird always makes these statements, you know, he tries to really go healthy in his eating and you know, it's not easy for the bird. He loves, you know, his sweets and his snacks and all that. But you know,
Pizza.
something comes up and he's like, you know, I got to get it together, and he puts all his focus into it. If you don't know Jbird, he's really kind of an all or nothing kind of guy. So, you know, it's a lot of times he goes really all in on, you know, eating some snacks, goes a little too crazy, then he kind of goes all in on eating healthy, and so you're kind of trying something a little bit new with getting back to this. And it seems like your secret recipe for when you go healthy is you eat a lot of lentils.
I don't know why I'm attached to the lentil soup. I think when I thought I was dying in October, I read up that lentils are great for you.
Okay.
And I don't know, I think I just got obsessed with
It's
lentils.
stuck.
For some
And
reason.
that's so you equate all health and wellness with lentils.
I'm eating lentil soup, that means Bird's making changes. That's what that means. And he always tries to talk me out of it. He's like, dude, there's other things than lentil you can eat.
Yeah, there's other. I mean, that's like the strictest you could go, right? Lentil, just eating lentils.
I mean, there's a lot of calories in lentils, believe it or not.
Yeah, I would say
What are you
probably.
getting paid every time you say lentil?
It's not even that good.
I don't understand why you've attached yourself to the lentil bean.
I don't know either.
Yeah,
I'm giving up lentil.
yeah, that's probably a good pass.
I don't
Yeah.
even like it, Kevin.
Yeah.
Everyone around you is so confused.
So I guess he's kind of on this new health kick, and you know, typically Dennys is trying to guide him. I know Dennys had come in here one time. You were talking about you were worried because you thought he was eating too much cheese.
Too much cheese.
Yeah, and so typically your interventions kind of go on the way of you see he's eating too much of something and you think he needs to stop. But Dennys,
I know, Mr. Health over here.
Dennys kind of went the other way here on this, on Jbird. They were just sitting and I guess just having a conversation, Virginia. Jbird was kind of talking about his health and wellness, and Dennys kind of put a little test and dangled it out in front of him, see if Jbird would bite.
Oh, is this hidden audio?
was.
So Jbird didn't know he was being recorded?
I did not know.
This is my favorite
No,
type.
You can tell. I did not know this was being recorded.
Yeah, so I'm not really sure what Jbird and Dennys are doing here, but there's some background noise you can hear.
I'm going to turn up my headphones for this
Yeah.
one.
Dennys is quite the secret.
But
dude.
listen to this. Dennys sets the trap to see if Jbird will take the bait or not.
I think Jen and I are gonna order some cheesecake if you want.
Oh, Denny's got a really bad cough there. Might want to have that looked at.
Wonder what he's doing.
Try to hydrate more.
Poor guy was parched all day.
You had a COVID test recently?
I did, yeah.
Okay, you doing okay?
I'm doing all right. I think
So-
it's unrelated.
We're going to rule out COVID on this one.
It's
Do
not
you have a
COVID?
cottonmouth test?
yeah, I
This
mean,
is
well,
not. This is not COVID.
It's not COVID. Okay.
No, it's
All right, I
not
just want to make sure.
Well, I'm supposed to. I've been eating lentil soup. Today was day one of my diet. Not diet. I'm supposed to get real. I'm supposed to be healthy today. We'll probably order some cheesecake still. Is that weird?
Oh.
I'll get some too then.
Day won. You are so
I mean,
weak.
how fast did that breakdown happen?
Well, he never was.
He came with a bag full of lentils. Like there's like 6 cans of lentils.
A lot of lentils.
I was like, you're doing lentils today? That's what we're doing?
And then he dropped cheesecake. It was only it's day one.
I mean, he came so fast.
How long did that take? What's the seconds?
It's like 5.
Okay, let's see here.
We'll probably order some cheesecake still. Is that weird?
1, 2, 3.
I'll get some too then.
Not even a 3 count.
It's like,
He was knocked out on cheesecake and a 2 count.
Dennys, you need to record him secretly more often.
Wow.
It's amazing.
You don't have to get cheesecake. No, I'll just get some. Yeah. Well, I mean, not if you start already eating the lentils. All right. Well.
Oh, they're at COVID.
Well, I'll just get 1 slice of cheesecake. Yeah. All right. Cool.
He's going to compromise. He's only going to do 1 slice of cheesecake. How many slices of cheesecake do you normally get?
I like variety.
Okay.
yeah, usually like a couple flavors.
Yeah, I
Whoa,
do.
Their six packs are cheaper than just buying a single slice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And here's the weird ending to this. I didn't even get cheesecake. I got chocolate cake instead. They have a layer of chocolate in there. So I got a snoot of Denny's because he bought some. Jen bought some, and then I bought the chocolate. So we had a little bit of everything.
Look
Let's
at
see,
you.
a smorgasbord of cheesecakes.
We also, I think, we ordered appetizers too.
Cornucopia of bad decisions.
we're not kidding. I think we spent $100 at cheesecake.
Did you get the macaroni and cheese balls?
No, because I thought that was too unhealthy.
Did you get the lentil balls?
Denny's got all this lentil soup in his house.
I have cans of it just in my room.
Oh, man. So are we back to a new day 1 of healthy eating and more lentil soup today?
Back on that lentil horse again. Although I think I'm retiring from lentil.
We all got to try to break Bird. Every day, that'll be our mission.
That's not cool. And it's going to be the easiest thing to do. I will break.
We found it takes 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Literally 2 seconds to get him off his diet.
Very fragile.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a real accomplishment. I got some more confessions. People are texting into us here today. Always entertaining stuff. I live vicariously through these, Virginia.
It's sometimes juicy.
Well, honestly, your life is most exciting when you're screwing up. It really is.
You're right.
When you're buttoned down and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it does get boring after a while. Trust me, I know. It's a time when you really just let it loose and do something dumb that adds the spice to life.
You just needed to stop yourself before you hit your head on the concrete.
Yeah, you're right. It probably should have stopped a little bit before that. It probably went a little too far, but I got to tell you, you know what? Need a little danger. You need a little scar here and there in your life to make yourself more exciting.
Just shy of a face scab, though, is where you want to be.
You're right. You're right. I went a little too far. That definitely is my confession for the week is the lessons I learned on tequila tasting. So trust me, there's a lot to learn about tequila. I learned something very valuable over the weekend.
When you say it, tequila flight.
Yes.
It's not for the weak. It's not for your. It's not for your sister.
Yeah.
You better put on your big girl panties and get ready.
2 things have changed during the pandemic. One, my tolerance. I realized I can't plow them away like I used to. I used to consider myself a very seasoned, good binge drinker. I'm not that person anymore.
Oh, I thought you were saying it's tougher for you. Yeah, that's me.
Okay. And I lost a good bit of weight. And I'm realizing those cocktails hit me a little differently. So
you lost a 3-year-old, basically.
35 pounds.
35 pounds.
35 pounds.
That's a lot of weight to lose. It changes how you metabolize the alcohol.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't even know you lost weight. I haven't read anything.
Yes, about the sunken face and eyes and
Sunken.
Yeah.
Don't forget the sick league body.
Yes, that's true.
Are you sure you don't have MS? I think I read that this
yeah,
morning.
that was another email that came. That was because of my tooth thing, though, not because of my emaciated body. Yeah, got MS for
It
that.
ain't right, y'all.
They come hard for Kevin.
It ain't right.
It's tough stuff. So you can see why maybe I go a little crazy on a tequila flight every now and then.
He's drinking to numb the pain.
That's right.
Don't read the comments, baby.
Okay, so here are some of your fun confessions that are rolling in. 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. This person texted in and said, I cheat at poker, and I make a lot of money from doing it well.
Dang.
I know how to shuffle the cards so it looks like I'm really shuffling them, but what I'm really doing is just giving myself the high ones. After winning $8,000 at one game, I had a guy pull a gun on me.
Damn.
So I then accused him of cheating too, created so much confusion, and got out of there with my cash and my life.
That's dirty, though.
That is dirty.
Man, I just played poker the other night, and it really would have bummed me out knowing somebody was lying the whole time.
Gotta
And
watch this
cheating?
world. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. A lesson to you, Bird. There'll be some poker cheats out there.
Oh, I know.
This confession says, as a teacher, wearing masks in school has been a joy. Not only have I not had a cold in over a year, but I can quietly tell the children to F off to their faces, and the thick little dink heads are none the wiser.
Oh, my goodness.
That is a teacher who needs a summer vacation.
Or
Yes.
maybe a different career, even.
Maybe,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Maybe.
So upset.
I realize these kids can be annoying, but you might need to take a little sabbatical.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. This text in confession says, my boss has a huge zit on his neck, and I've spent this whole Zoom call popping it with my mouse pointer.
And you can't say anything to your boss.
No, you can't. So I guess you got to find a way to entertain yourself.
I get it. If somebody has a face or neck zit,
Yeah.
it's all I can focus on. I can't hear anything they're saying. All I'm hearing is zit, zit, zit,
But
zit, zit,
you,
zit, zit,
you
zit,
would
zit.
call me and Kevin out, or Suits or Dennys if we had one publicly. Would you call out our boss? Our boss walks by, you see a big old pimple.
No.
Yeah, it's a good call.
I would not call anybody else out. I mean, I feel like we're buddies, and I feel like you guys will let me pop it so I can move on with my life. I can't focus on anything else while you have that huge white head on a zit. I've got to pop it so I can live.
We're buddies until you call me out publicly about having a pimple. Then
yeah.
I'm like, screw you.
Yeah.
I just want to pop it.
This text confession says, I run a company on Etsy selling cartoon versions of pet pictures, but all I do is I use an app that's widely available for free, and I do an hour's work per day. Last month, I earned $7,000.
Dang.
Wow.
I think you're just figuring out the system. You should not feel guilty.
Yeah. I mean, there really is. There's people that do stuff like that. They'll go get waters, and they'll find a place where people want water, and they'll sell it to you for $5. I mean, I guess good for you.
Etsy is not cheap either.
It's not.
No, I spend. They do a lot of
Homemade gifts.
stuff from their
Okay.
house, and if you're someone that like me that loves Bigfoot stuff, they mark it up big time.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's what they're doing, making some cash on it. Other people confessing, too, to other things they're doing. Somebody said that I had some worries at the start of lockdown, so I created an OnlyFans account. It has not been as financially lucrative as some people made it out to be, and now I'm worried that when I go for a proper job again, I'll be recognized.
Yeah, not everyone. In fact, the majority of people don't make money on OnlyFans.
Okay.
That's sad. You put it all out there.
Yeah.
Expose that fang, and then you don't make any money.
It's the same thing as YouTube. People think that, I'm going to be a YouTube star. I'm going to make all this money. It's a small fraction.
Yeah, but you're not showing your beaver on YouTube. I mean, if you go on OnlyFans and you put it all out there and then nobody buys it, you're gonna sink into a depression.
I'm telling you, that wouldn't happen with our OnlyFans. We would get cash coming in, cash money.
Well, we would market it and we would make sure that it's profitable.
Oh, we would.
I really do think we could make some money on OnlyFans, Kevin.
We could bank and you would never have to show your naughty parts, Kevin.
You would just receive a check. All we need from you is the green light.
That's it?
Yeah, and
Go
maybe,
for it. Yeah, I
maybe
wanna
a little
hold things
nipple.
up.
A little nipple.
Little nipple, okay.
Just a taste.
All right.
Just the right one.
Just the right nipple or the right? Okay. Here's another interesting career confession somebody has made by texting in. It says, I have absolutely no regrets about being a prostitute through college. I left debt-free with a house deposit saved, and I had some terrific sex with regular clients. I miss the excitement of being picked up now. And now I'm just a boring mom and housewife.
Dang.
Whoa, how about that, huh?
She loved the rush of being a bad girl.
I guess so.
And the fact that she was working and still enjoyed herself.
She
if
said
you know
she
what-
had
Yeah.
terrific sex.
Yeah, there's a term for that we can't say on the air. We'll talk about it on the podcast.
Wow.
When you enjoy it, but you're being paid.
You're a hooker, but you're into it.
Yeah. I got you intrigued, don't
You
I?
do. I can't wait to hear the name.
Got this text confession. It says, every week or so, I put up a Craigslist post for free Labrador puppies with my father-in-law's number attached. He's now had to change his number twice this year, and I'm hoping to make it a hat trick.
It's a good trick. If you want to annoy somebody, it works.
Okay. This person's confessing, my husband is named Nigel, and I hate his name so much that for the first year of dating, I didn't use it at all. Oh, that's tough.
Nigel is a tricky name.
Nigel.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
love it either. I see her point.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm feeling like Virginia.
Look, I agree. Virginia is an old lady name.
I mean, the balls over here.
Right.
Calling someone's name out.
Right?
I have a stupid name. I can call out other stupid names.
All right, okay. It's like kind of when I say the word fat. I was once fat, so I can say it.
Or like if you make an Italian joke, it's okay because you're Italian. Hey, yo, forget about
Just not very
it.
good, you know what I'm
Yeah. And finally, somebody said, when I was single, I had the hots for a girl at work, but she was in a relationship. I then met a girl in a bar who looked a lot like her, and a few years later we got married, but now I can't ever tell my wife that I first spoke to her because she looked like somebody else.
I mean,
You don't have to tell her that.
Yeah, that's
I mean, that is something you keep tucked away. In fact, you shouldn't even write it to a radio station.
take that one to the urn.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you did.
I think we're all attracted to certain features.
Yeah,
That's
you
just
have a type. I think almost everybody has a type.
Totally. I like a guy with a big nose. I like strong facial features. I like a man face. I just like a man, and Panda fits all of that.
My type, I like the girl that likes my back.
Okay. There you
Not
go.
picky.
There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. Huh, so many people on meth. Ow!
Well, normally in South Florida, it's got all the scary animals, but I don't really see a lot of the cicadas. I guess we do have them in Florida, but they're not really anything I'm noticing, Virginia.
They're not wrecking lives down here in South Florida like they are in other parts of the country.
Oh my gosh. I mean, these things, these godforsaken cicadas they're going after everybody. One even dive-bombed President Biden at the airport, and then another one crawled onto the neck of a CNN correspondent, and then a whole swarm of them got into an airplane engine, and they delayed the White House press corps trip.
Those are Republican cicadas.
They had on MAGA hats.
I'm sure that no one's making memes with any of these.
They were yelling 45.
Yeah, it's crazy what's going on here.
Watch out for the cicadas. I just got one. It got me.
Am I going to be in the same block out of this, or are you going to take a break? Okay. Oh! Oh my God! Cicada. What the hell? Do I have more on me?
I don't see any more.
Are they in my hair? Oh. Where are all these cicadas coming from?
The White House press corps traveling to Europe ahead of President Biden was delayed because of cicadas. I can't even, Willie. I can't even.
She can't even,
She can't
Willie.
even.
I mean, I can't, Kevin.
Willie, I can't even, Willie.
But she's also here for it. So she can't, but she's here for
I
it.
can't, but I love the ratings and the talk and the fact that everybody is talking about our network.
Well, now that you played the CNN clip, you have to play the Fox cicada clip.
No cicadas attacked Fox. They were Republican cicadas.
Yep.
I can't even, Willie. I can't even.
I can't even.
Can't, Kevin.
I can't even.
So annoying.
Well, if we're not worried about cicadas in the skies, it could be the UFOs. Crazy stuff going on here. I saw a report that more than 500 fast radio bursts, FRBs they call them, were observed by scientists using a high-powered telescope. Now, these FRBs are intense high-energy radio wave pulses that can last only a fraction of a millisecond and are thought to travel to Earth from hundreds of millions of light years away.
Alien farts.
Maybe. They didn't even discover the phenomenon until 2007, and they had said just a couple years back, we got these 500 fast radio bursts, and they're trying to figure out exactly what it is, what it means. There's one Harvard scientist that speculated that aliens could be behind the FRBs, using them for military purposes or to launch a massive cargo close to the speed of light.
There's this one cat I watch on YouTube. He gets some of the best UFO footage, alien stuff. And there's this one clip. I didn't see it until I watched his channel. There's all of these. It's almost like Morse code in the sky, and there's patterns and then they disappear, patterns and then disappear, and it looks like it is without a doubt some kind of a
signaling, talking.
It's crazy, and it's very uniformed, and it duplicates.
Maybe the sky is one big alien computer monitor, bruh.
I don't rule anything out anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And, why is this so troubling and sinister? Apparently, UFOs have meddled with U.S. nuclear technology, have even forced some facilities to go offline.
There's the stories of the guy had nukes on his plane, and he went to go release some kind of. He couldn't. All of his instruments on his plane went down
because they're trying to save us from ourselves. They know that humans shouldn't be messing with nukes because the aliens are advanced and we're stupid. We're gonna blow each other up.
The ex-head of the Pentagon's Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program said UFOs have interfered and actually brought offline the country's nuclear capabilities.
See?
The ex-official added that there is data suggesting that UFOs have meddled with other countries' nuclear technology too and actually turned them on and then put them back online.
If that's a true story, how the hell can you not think those are not aliens?
Crazy stuff.
The aliens are anti-American and they're pulling for the other team?
That's why I think they're trying to figure out whose side are these guys on.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's not good to hear.
That's why we really want to know.
The Olympics have never been bigger.
Like the aliens are going to team up with North Korea?
Who
Well,
knows?
let's not get that out there. We don't know that. We don't know that.
And the cicadas.
And the cicadas?
Yes. They're already going after Biden.
Kevin, I can't.
This is why I drink.
I can't. Kevin, I
can't, Kevin.
No, I hear you. I get you, lady.
I can't even, Willie.
I know.
I can't even.
I know you can't. I get it. I get it.
That clip makes me so mad, but I kind of like it.
I hear that, and I feel for Willie. I feel for that guy.
Willie wants to be anywhere else but on that set.
I get it. There's a man in Spring Hill, Florida that was just trying to get his mail, and as he went into the post office, he noticed a 7-foot gator in the lobby. Somehow it got through the automatic double doors. They had to get in a trapper, as often happens here, to remove the gator. A 36-year-old guy in Virginia got arrested on Saturday after he threatened to kill everyone at a McDonald's because they were still serving breakfast and it was too early to get a Happy Meal.
I get it. Obviously, he's got kids. Your kids will make you do things like threaten to kill people because they push you to the edge.
Well, if anyone ever needed a Happy Meal, it's that cat.
Oh, I know, right? One guy in Miami Beach had to jump on a scooter to try to chase a teenager who had jacked his Lambo. This guy had a Lamborghini SUV.
Did he catch it with the scooter?
Apparently, he did well enough to get the car back. The guy said that this teenager jacked his Lamborghini Urus, worth more than $200,000.
Wow.
So he jumped on a scooter and started chasing the teen for several blocks as he's driving away in his car. The 14-year-old then got kind of spooked, parked the SUV on the sidewalk, and then just walked away. But cops got him moments later, and the guy was able to drive his Lamborghini home.
That's crazy.
That is, right? Those bird scooters apparently are handy there, Miami Beach. A guy in England got fired after he called in sick and got caught hanging out of a bar.
That sounds like a fun plan. Just don't get busted.
Yeah, but the cool thing is the judge actually ruled that he shouldn't have been fired in the first place because the company's handbook doesn't specifically say you can't socialize on a sick day. So now they have to pay him a bunch of money for wrongful termination. So is that double winning or what?
Totally double winning.
He won.
Yeah. And if you are looking to show off them tatas, a strip club in New Orleans is offering a $1,000 signing bonus because apparently there is a national exotic dancer shortage.
Stripper shortage?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, if you thought TP was horrifying, just know we got a stripper shortage.
Dang.
I know a girl that wants to strip. Her name's Lana.
Okay. Take her to New Orleans. I could see Lana in New Orleans.
She'd be a novelty act.
She'd fit well.
I feel like she could make some money, though.
Lana's in town, by the way. Just letting y'all know.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And finally here today, apparently we're getting another Statue of Liberty from France.
Another one?
Yeah, they're sending another one here. This one is called the Little Sister, and it's just 10 feet tall, 1/16 of the original size. And they're going to be putting it up on Ellis Island next month.
So we're getting another one, and it's not as cool?
It's kind of like an afterthought.
Did we need this, France?
They've downgraded our gift?
Can you send us food instead?
Yeah, send us like your most amazing souffle escargot.
I don't want no 10-foot stash. Come on.
Yeah. Do we ask for this? I don't know.
I didn't ask.
Who ordered this? We don't want it. Send it back.
Follow the KVJ Show on TikTok at KVJ Show. Yeah, they know they can't dance. Or can they? Now back to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Okay, got some random questions here for you. What would you say is the cringiest thing that you have done that still haunts you to this day? Gosh, I have so many. I'm always doing cringy stuff.
I have so many. On a weekly basis, I do something. I mean, you saw that crawfish video I made when I was all drunk.
Oh, yeah.
So cringy.
Yeah. I remember when I complimented a coworker's kid by the wrong gender.
That was day 3 in Miami.
Yeah.
It was
already going bad.
Well, it was so public, it was so loud, and it was in front of so many people.
Yeah, it was just like, I think back then,
that was
cringy,
man. That was cringy for all. I think me and Virginia walked away from it.
You know it's cringy when everyone's cringing. Like, that was one where that impacted her. Everybody was like,
I wish he hadn't.
Oh, that was tough.
That one remote we had, that appearance where I was drunk talking to the Olive Wellington. It's when I threw up in front of everybody. I was doing that. I was doing some kind of thing for Little Smiles, and it was like some kind of relay race. You don't remember? You do remember this?
Oh, at Polo.
At Polo, and it was very public.
It was at the Equestrian Festival.
I remember talking on the microphone and going, what are you saying right now?
Yes.
And realizing I'm not saying anything.
I have one of those,
And then 20 minutes later, I'm throwing up in front of everybody. That was bad. And then I got called into a meeting. It was very cringy.
It's a good night.
It was not a good night. Then a salesperson took me home. Oh, it was bad. Oh, man, it was bad.
They roped you into doing some deal you didn't want to do.
Oh, this guy did not want to take me home.
Oh, man. Okay, another random question. Would you date yourself? Why or why not? I would definitely date myself. And the reason why is we had talked about this, I think, just yesterday. I'm one of those people, I'm like, you do you. You know what? I would be easygoing. I'm not going to hassle you. I'm like, I want you to live your best life, and I want to try to help you achieve that. So I think everybody would want a partner like me. That's why I would date myself.
Yeah, I love it. You sold me.
Okay. Virginia.
I would never date myself.
Yeah, that's good. That's the right answer.
Okay.
I'm too extra. I'm too much of a handful. I can't imagine trying to reel me in. No.
I think I would date myself, Kevin.
You would? Okay.
I do.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool to find someone just as crazy as me.
Right? You could love snacks,
There's
everything.
no way you could deal with a female version of you. Get the hell out of here.
She's right. I'm punting. I'd be rough.
There's no way.
Okay, I get it.
You need a hippie chick.
All right.
You need a peaceful little flower child girl, smoke a little pot, make a little love.
Let's get down tonight.
Okay.
All right. I love it.
Putting out that ad again.
Sign me up.
I'm telling you, I can see her, Kevin.
Okay. How would you change how you acted if you knew 100% that the world was nothing but a simulation? Kind of like the Matrix. You were living through it.
It really bummed me out. I take it hard.
How would you change? How would that affect your day-to-day?
I'm afraid it would make me feel hopeless, and I think I would go into a
Deep depression.
Deep depression, yeah. Because I don't look at the world that way. And to find out it's just this game being played, it would rock me personally.
Well, I think maybe it would take me a little bit of time to get used to it, but then I just have to tell myself, you know what? I mean, what we're in right now is a game. You know, it is. And so,
it's all we've got.
Yeah, it's all you got. This is your reality, whatever it might be, whether it be real or not, this is reality. And so you got to make the best of it. So I don't know that ultimately I would really live my life much different. I would still try to achieve the same kind of things I am now.
I would want to do the things different, the same, but I don't know, man. I think I just get bummed out by that.
I didn't understand the Matrix because it's kind of like, whoa, big for my brain.
Okay.
The concept of that, I think I would just have to, you know what, I'm going to do me. I can't think about the fact that it's virtual reality. I just got to go with it.
Well, since I was a little kid, I mean, since I could have a thought, I'd always ask my mom and dad, where do we come from? What is all of this? Ain't no one ever give me a good answer.
What's our purpose?
Well, gosh, Virginia. How long do we got?
Yeah. How long do we got? Okay, if you started an activist group, what would it fight for and what would it be called?
Oh.
An activist group. Yeah, what would you want to fight for? Jbird, I know you've got a lot of snack thoughts.
I do. I would outlaw anybody that does not have free refills. You go into a restaurant in modern times and no one has free refills.
It's crime. It's like a crime.
It should be a citation at min. Yeah.
Yeah. I think my activist group would be against people who lay on their horn right as soon as the light turns green. That is one of the most annoying, rudest things that you have rampantly throughout South Florida.
There's a lot of that.
And it's not, your horn is not supposed to be used for that. It's like supposed to be used for emergency communication, not for being an a-hole behind somebody. I mean, it's unbelievable. Like the light will just turn green and I'm like, are you serious?
For that person, I go ahead and lay on the brake a little longer.
I'm like, you are not speeding me up by doing this, by the way.
You're going to have to go around me now because you pissed me off.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I'd like to make some kind of activism with where everyone's against the bouncers and we get them out of the.
We bounce them.
And there's the slogan: bouncers, you just got bounced. Oh, I love it. You're hired on my campaign.
Bouncing bouncers.
Bouncing bouncers.
That's your group.
They've been on top too long. Choking people for no reason.
But then, can you imagine how chaotic the club's going to be at night two?
I didn't really think about that part, Kevin.
So many more people will die because you took the bouncer.
Yeah, it's going to be something to see. Yeah, I can't wait to see that club at night, too. A lot of people have texted us in their own little answers to the random question of what is the cringiest thing that you've done that still haunts you to this date. Somebody said I was working for a security company and I was given a quote for this job and I said, "Aw, look, your mommy is getting your room secured." And this dude's like, that's my girlfriend. There was apparently a huge age gap between them, and let's just say I didn't recover from that comment.
Oh, that is rough.
You should have just looked at her and gone, "Get it, Cougs."
I think sometimes if you put your foot in your mouth, I think a big move like that.
Yeah,
get it, Cougs.
You gotta just own it.
I don't know if get it, Cougs would work though. Actually, it's probably terrible advice.
I'm dropping get it, Cougs.
Another cringy moment. Somebody said I was chatting to a homeless guy on the street, and he told me he wasn't feeling very well. And I said, "You know what? You need to be at home resting." Yeah. Oh.
One of my favorite ones was, it was so awkward. It was during the first hurricanes, and Kevin was talking to the zoo at the time. And you had read some kind of article, and I think the Post.
It was in the Post, Palm Beach Post that day about how everything was good.
Yeah, and
how the zoo made it fine through the hurricane.
Oh yeah, you do this whole this intro, and we're just glad that all the animals made it okay through the hurricane. Kevin, we had 4 lions die. What are you talking about? And me and Virginia looked at each other like, don't laugh.
We lost 16 monkeys, Kevin.
And
it was devastation.
We weren't laughing because the animals were dead. We were laughing how awkward it was. Oh, it was.
Really, I got a bad report.
She couldn't believe you said that.
Yes.
Kevin, you could not be more wrong.
Kevin's got a few of those.
I've got to bury 47 emu today.
Yes. Yeah, well, when you talk as much as I do, you got to hang yourself out there. You're going to hang yourself a few times. Somebody else texted in and said, "Yeah, my cringiest moment ever. I asked my friend how his mom was doing at her funeral."
Jeez, dude. I mean, come on. That's on you. I mean, that's what?
It's just one of those autopilot moments. So how's your mom doing? She's right there, dead. Yeah. Okay. Somebody said here was the exchange. Her. Yeah, the twins are 3 years old. Me. Both of them?
Oh, don't beat yourself up, Pumpkin. That's okay. I can see me asking the same questions.
Somebody else said, I forgot my glasses on the plane. I asked the very kind gate agent if she could go check my seat to see if she could find them. While she was gone, I touched my face and felt my glasses. You just want to get out of that plane so fast. Just move on, baby. Just move on. All right, we got the votes rolling right now for the KVJ draft for Best Duets. You can go to our Facebook and Instagram pages. Just look for the KVJ Show. Dennys had Elton John and Kiki D. Don't Go Breaking My Heart. Andrea Bocelli and Sarah Brightman, Time to Say Goodbye. And Celine Dion and Clive Griffin, When I Fall in Love. Bird, you picked out Stevie Nicks and Don Henley's Leather and Lace.
Love it.
Amy Grant, Peter Cetera, Next Time I Fall.
Need it.
Diana Ross and Lionel Richie's Endless Love.
Want it.
Oh, that's a beautiful song.
It's a great wedding song.
My duets were Queen with David Bowie's Under Pressure. It's a duet because it's two singers there, even though it's the band Queen. John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John's You're the One That I Want. And Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper, Shallow. Suits went with Jay-Z and Alicia Keys' Empire State of Mind. Joe Cocker and Jennifer Warnes, Up Where We Belong. And Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson's Say, Say, Say.
See, I think Soups lost it at Say, Say, Say.
Do you really?
I do.
Okay.
You lost the tournament there, kid. Sorry.
How do you think Virginia's going to do with Patti LaBelle and Michael McDonald's On My Own? Our first pick.
It sucks. It's not going to do well.
What?
If we had 1,000 Jaybirds out there listening, it's going to be the best ever.
So many times.
Me and you kind of had we had old stuff.
We did. But I like my stuff. I'm standing by it.
People are calling us old with our picks, and I get it. But if you look at, there's not a lot of modern day duets that hit. Your Shallow was one of the bigger ones.
Yeah, Shallow was massive.
No Air with
I can't
Jordan
pick
Sparks.
that.
Chris Brown and
I can't pick that because of Chris Brown.
And it's such a good song.
It's a great song.
Such a great song.
When I saw that on the list, I was like, oh, I love that song, but Chris Brown is too polarizing.
You have Nelly, Kelly Rowland, Dilemma.
And I love that, and I forgot about that song. And I had the biggest crush on her.
Yeah. You also have... it was The Boy Is Mine, right? Was it Monica and
Brandy fighting it out? Oh, I stood with Monica.
Yeah. So that was another duet you could have gone with.
I was in love with Monica during high school. Oh, love her nose.
Yeah. You're talking about some of the more recent ones. Also could have gone with Usher and Alicia Keys, My Boo. Jennifer Lopez and Ja Rule, I'm Real. Those all are more recent. We just chose the old stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't love a lot of those new ones you're saying.
And we can't help it. We old.
I mean, I'm not apologizing for my oldness.
Virginia also had Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton's Islands in the Stream.
Speaking of old.
That's a good song, though.
Bee Gees wrote that.
Oh, I didn't know that. Pop-up video in the house.
And Linda Ronstadt and Aaron Neville's Don't Know Much.
But I know how I love you.
Okay. So who put together the best draft of 3? Go to our Facebook and Instagram pages. We'll have the winner tomorrow right about 7:40 here on the KVJ Show. Talking about our KVJ duets that we're doing for the draft today, and somebody had a good point. They said, you know what? Country music has a ton of modern duets. Anything from Billy Ray Cyrus and Lil Nas X. The Old Town Road that they did, there was such a big collaboration.
But I do feel like the duets kind of gone in the dying era.
Except for country. Country has a ton of duets. The Kenny Chesney and Pink, Blake Shelton, Gwen Stefani, Lee Brice and Carly Pierce did a really good one together.
Oh, Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton have a duet together. Oh,
yeah,
Virginia.
They do. It's a big country hit. Yeah, it did well.
Billy Ray Cyrus and Miley Cyrus.
That's a great duet, but nobody knows that song.
You're right.
Other than fans of that show. I still rock that song.
It's called Ready, Set, Don't Go.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so
It's a good song.
Oh, Kevin, you would cry because it's about a daughter and a
that gets me every
father.
time. time.
Oh, you will cry like a little girl.
Gets me every time. And somebody said, two people that do dabble into country too, the Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow picture.
Yeah.
But again, though, how old is that song?
That song itself is about 15 years now.
At least.
Yeah.
No, Kevin, that's older than that. That song was popular before I got on the air.
Okay.
You know that song Cruisin' that Gwyneth Paltrow
And
did
Huey?
with Huey Lewis?
Yeah, it's all right.
I like that one.
Yeah, it's 20 years on picture. 2001 that came out.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's been a while.
2 decades.
That was really kind of before both of them turned so country. They were kind of still in the pop game then, and now both of them have kind of gone country.
Well, you see, they get a little bit older, they morph into the country now. You're going to keep seeing this.
Yeah, well, it's easier. Country is a genre is not so hard on aging as the pop game.
They actually revere the old people in country. You're right.
Yeah.
Reba is still... Oh my gosh, Reba, we love you.
George Strait shows up and they're just loving it.
Garth Brooks farts in a microphone. They give him Fartist of the Year.
Fartist
Yes.
of the Year.
It's a great title. It's a great title. Yeah, they had the CMT Music Awards last night. Kane Brown, the big artist there. He took home Male Video of the Year and Shared Collaborative Video of the Year with Chris Young. He did well. Also, Carrie Underwood got her 23rd CMT award. That's the most in CMT history.
Man, they love her.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they've accepted her very well.
And she's from Idol, man.
Mm-hmm. And Kid Rock, he continues to go through, and he is not going to be canceled. He had that homophobic slur that he went up on that bar in Tennessee and shouted out. People got it on the video. He shouted out, F your iPhone. He said, you bleep and bleeps with your phones out. And then he tweeted out as a response when people tried to cancel him, said, if Kid Rock using the F, not the F word, but the one that is a slur for someone that's gay, offends you, good chance you are one. Either way, I know he has a lot of love for his gay friends, and I will have a talk with him. Have a nice day, Bob Ritchie.
Which is his real name.
Yes. So that's how he has handled the people wanting to cancel Kid Rock.
Okay. He's digging in.
You can't cancel him. It would be a struggle. He would fight you and he would win.
There's certain people you really can't cancel. It's going to be hard to cancel. It's a massive audience.
People were wanting to cancel Kid Rock, and he's like, you're not going to cancel me. He just said no.
No.
We got the After the Show podcast going to be coming up. You can watch it live on YouTube. Just go look for the KVJ Show. It's also there anytime you want on demand. And you can also listen to it as just an audio file. The After the Show podcast is on the free 97.9 WRMF app, and all of your favorite apps that do podcasting should have it on there as well. Before we get to that, Jbird, if you would, wrap us up with your thought for the day.
The past should be the past. It can destroy the future. Live life for what tomorrow has to offer, not what yesterday has taken away.
Oh, yeah, Bird.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.